Coffee conversations, steam rising in the air. Words like whispers, drifting on a breeze. Thank you to my angels who bring me to my knees. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. The world keeps spinning, but you hold me still. Through storms and shadows, you're my steady will. Your laughter's my anthem, your touch my refrain. Thank you to my angels for dancing through my rain. Haloed in kindness, your glow never fades. Through the dark of the night, you've lit my way. Angels in disguise, or maybe not at all. You're the ones who answer when my spirit calls. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. Charlie sending love through the morning light. Coffee's growing cold, but your warmth feels right. To all my angels, near and far away, thank you forever. That's all I can say.
Good morning, good morning. Hey, Mr. Raider Rich, how you doing this morning? Hey, Mr. Keith. I hope you're having a very, a good day today. Oh, what time are you doing your live, Mr. Keith? I got to go take my son to a dental appointment, but I'll try to at least be in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, and share you out and hit that like button and all those good, lovely things. So I'm going to do my normal live, and then I have to get ready to do all that. Then I have to take him to his dental appointment and whatnot. Oh, my goodness. RSV sucks. I hope you feel better soon. And don't try to over push yourself, Mr. Keith. Make sure that you take the time to heal your body. You know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you something that I have strong faith in, and many herbalists do. Elderberry extract. Elderberry extract will boost your immune system during this time of year and keep you from getting sick. I'm going to tell you something. To this day, I'll tell you, it wasn't the damn shot they pushed on everybody that kept me from getting this big C19. It was elderberry extract, magnesium, and zinc. I took that shit during the whole, and I still ain't never caught COVID. To this day. Hey, Miss Catherine, good morning. Happy New Year. How you doing, Miss Catherine? I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, even a hermit can't hide from pathology. Geez. The crazy part about RSV, though, Mr. Keith, is that usually you have to be around someone to get that or something. Getting an upper respiratory infection. But it can come from sinus infections. You know what I'm saying? sinus infections can cause like upper respiratory infections and all that other stuff, which is crazy, right? But believe it or not, every one of us got to deal with these damn sinuses. I got them indoor and outdoor. You on that treadmill, Miss Catherine? Woo, working, Miss Catherine. You are one of the baddest. And you know that means that's in a good way. I'm saying it in a good way. You be on that elliptical, on that treadmill. You be doing your thing, thizzle. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of your health. I just want to say I'm super proud of you, Miss Catherine, because a lot of people, when they get older, choose not to do that stuff. Now, I'm gonna say this: the only way you're gonna get me running on a treadmill, Miss Catherine, if you put a piece of cake in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I love cake. No, I have done the treadmill before. The problem I have with the treadmill is it's kind of rough on my knees, if that makes sense. So I actually, my doctor told me that I need to do more water aerobics and shit. Mm-hmm. Hey, my beautiful racing. You know how much I love you. Nah, I mean, you know I can't help but the way I talk, Mr. Rich. Okay, so is anybody out there, I was sitting there, I ain't listened to him in a minute, but one of my homies, Big Lemon, said Juice WRLD was his favorite artist and some other people, which not bad people, not bad artists. I'm like, I wonder if he's ever heard of Hopsin. Like, and I ain't listening to Hopsin in so long. Like, I used to listen to Hopsin when he was underground, right? Back in the day before he before he blew up. You know what I'm saying? Before people even knew who the hell he was. Way back in the day. Because I was bad about listening to underground artists way back in the day. And I was like, shit, I ain't listening to Hopsin so long. I need to go up there and listen to it. And I was listening to some of his new shit. And I was like, Hopsin still got it. Still got it to this day. You know what I'm saying? Still got it. He's still bumping it. So Hopsin's always been a pretty good. I've always loved his rap. Tech Nine or Tech Nina for those who call him that. I like different music. I'll listen to country, I'll listen to rap, I'll listen to rock, I'll listen to classical music. I listen to cholo music. Although I may not understand all of the Spanish that is being spoken to me, I understand some of it because of my Spanish friends that I have from all over the world. Because here's the thing. It's the crazy part when someone speaks Spanish, people think they're just from Mexico. I'm like, no, they can be from South America. They can be from Puerto Rico, all different places. There's a lot of different places that Spanish is their first language. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one place. Yeah. So I've listened to a lot of crossover artists who went from one to the other. But I have listened to Chicano music. That's what they call it, Chicano music. It's really cool. If y'all ain't heard it, I like jazz. I like, trying to think. I do heavy metal, screamo. There's certain bands I just can't listen to. They give me a headache. But I like screamo too. Like I'm trying to think of a music that I just cannot stand. And I can't think of one. I like bluegrass. I like all different kind of shit. What up, Crazy Brat, my love? How you doing, beautiful? Help, Mr. Rich. The problem is I've heard a lot of it and it sounds banging, but sometimes I don't know what they're saying, but it's like, yeah, Sometimes I know certain words. I know curse words. I know what bonita means, mamacita, papito. There's certain words that I do know exactly what they mean. I know rojo means red. I know uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, siete. So I know a little bit, but I ain't like a fluent speaker or nothing. What up, Miss Linda? So there's some words I'm over here like I don't know what the hell that means, but K-pop's okay. I think that's one of the ones that just I listen to it if it's on something, but I don't reach for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't reach for it. I would say that's probably one of the ones. It's not a terrible thing. I'm not reaching for it. Had to drink, had to give me a drink of my drink, and I'm sitting there. My puppy dogs are all laying down already. See, I done took them out, and they done came back in here and laid down, being pitiful. Um, I know, man. She's like, I'm working hard for the money, so hard for you, honey. I got to figure out who's getting closer now that it's getting closer to the Super Bowl time. Who's in the playoffs, because that's when I really start watching football. I don't really watch the whole season, if that makes sense. I start waiting until it gets down to the nitty gritty to see what teams are making it into the Super Bowl. And I watch the Super Bowl just about every year, you know what I'm saying? And during the Super Bowl, that's when I eat all my, I make me some Rotel dip, some wings, just all the stuff that you eat on the Super Bowl, you know? I love Rotel dip. Rotel dip is good as shit. Yeah, that's very true, right, Rich? I just have some friends that listen to it, and that's where I hear it from, if that makes sense. If I reach for rap, it's going to be more like almost to the point that it's hardcore rap, if that makes sense. I like underground artists more than I do mainstream and shit like that. What up, the hood table? Like, there's some really good, um, there used to be a bigger scene down here for it, but the problem that we have is that our main areas where you could go watch the shows shut down. You know what I mean? The main areas that you could watch the shows, they shut down, so that kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, we used to have a huge underground scene down here. I know some of them still. I don't know where they're performing nowadays though. Jack D and a few others. What up, the hood table? Good morning, beautiful. I hope you're having a good, beautiful morning. From the block to the hood table. I was having fun over there enjoying the adult conversations from the block to the hood table. That was a good one. I like singing even if I ain't the best in the world, because music to me is life. Like, music can change your feelings, right? Music can take you from a sad place to a happy place, or vice versa. Music can level out your feelings. Like, I love music in general. Um, and I love voices, like people who have amazing vocal range, or artists who have amazing writing power. Like, when it comes to rap, I don't want it to just be hardcore. I want it to mean something. What up, your pleasure? How you doing? Hey, Miss Jean, how you doing? I swear these handles sometimes though, they mess me up, because I'll be like knowing somebody by their nickname forever, ever, ever. And then they'll, do the thing, and I'm like, damn it, man. I also love your profile picture, your pleasure. April is Autism Awareness Month. Every day, a Autism Awareness Day in our home. I like that. It's cool. Let me make sure I subscribe to your page right quick. I try to do that with every person that steps in that I know has a channel. You know what I'm saying? Um, that way that when they go live, I try to support as many people as I possibly can. Um, you know, channel. Okay. Yeah, I've been subscribed to Miss Red Rich. I was just trying to make sure. Yeah, I know you love your nickname better, Keith Van Tranquil Storm. I do like that. Um, yeah. Here's the thing: a lot of people are actually on the spectrum and don't realize it. You get what I'm saying? Um, some people, it affects them differently. Like, and there's a lot of people that actually have ADHD and don't even realize it. That's another thing. But if you know how to deal with your situation and you dealt with it forever, ever, um, it's just simple as just being yourself. And the only thing I will say, there is one thing that I having a that is true. Kelly has rappers like Swifty Blue and El Capone, who is not Raza, but many rappers in Cali tend to get illed. Just saying, and it's crazy. Many rap about what they never lived. That is true. There's many wannabes. You know what I'm saying, Raider Rich? There's many people who rap about that street life, but ain't never lived that street life. And I will say, I have been around the street life, but I ain't never been in it. My mom and daddy kept me out the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because I grew up around it don't mean that I actually lived it. There's a big damn difference. You know what I mean? I ain't never gonna claim I'm a illa, I'm a shooter, I'm a shot caller, I sold drugs, did this, that. I didn't. And I'll never claim I did. Because that would be, disrespectful to that life. And what somebody else went through, I'm never going to claim I was a part of that shit because I wasn't. I was just there. What up, BZ? How you doing? I hope you're having a good morning. Thank you for stopping in and hitting that like button and, chilling with us this morning. I had a friend a long time ago named BZ, way back in the day. Just to give, a little, that's why I love your name. She was cool as shit. And it was way back in the day. When I say it was like over 10 years ago, like we used to hang out. Y'all remember when they used to have Google Hangouts and shit? We used to hang out in Google Hangouts and shit. It was cool as fuck. BZ was my homie, man. That was back in the day when we had those Google Hangouts and Google chats and shit. I don't even know if they still have Google Hangouts anymore. I don't remember why my friend BC had her name. She used to go by something else, then she changed it to BC. We used to follow this YouTuber named Joy Sparkle BS. That's how we all found each other. And then we found out that Joy Sparkle BS was a crazy ass bitch. But that's how we all found each other back in the day. And friends with my friend Phil and Silver and Silver Lena. She's cool as shit. And we used to do a little thing called You Now back in the day. I'm gonna tell you what, the Hood Table. You know another thing I miss? Remember YouTube? It was Yahoo Messenger. Man, the Yahoo Messenger chat rooms and the AOL chat rooms, those used to be the shit. ASL, man, ASL. We used to do some crazy shit in them chats. We were some badass little kids in them chats. Be telling people lying, telling them we overage or we a certain age. Be lying like, motherfucker, where you from, location. I'm living in Mississippi, telling people I'm from Texas and shit. I'm not gonna be too long, but I do about 2 hours usually. So if you come back, cool. If you're busy, also cool. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. But we used to do all kind of crazy shit as little kids. We was bad as hell, wasn't we? Now that I think about it, yeah. After they shut down, then we got StreamYard. I remember when they shut it down. Because me and my friends was like, well, hell, where are we going to go now? Shit. Man, them AOL chats was the shiznit, wasn't it? Man, I'm surprised half of us, didn't wind up in some shit with all the shit we did. We were the original trolls before there was trolling. What up, the D Ham Show? Good morning. How you doing? But yeah, we was badass little kids, if you think about it. We was the original trolls before there ever became what it is now. We'd be up in them AOL chats and them damn Yahoo messengers, and we'd be trolling the shit out of folks. We was some badass little kids now that I think about it. I know I was. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I was. Shit. Oh man, yeah, it's crazy if you think about it, Raider Rich, about all the apps that ain't there. And I heard that they took Kick. See, Kick used to be KIK, used to be a messenger app, right? And I've heard you can go live on that bitch now. I've heard that it's changed, like from what it used to be. See, it was the version of Snapchat before there was a Snapchat, and then Snapchat came out, and people switched over to it. But that used to be basically a version of Snapchat where you could chat and the chat would disappear after a while and all this other shit. Man, do you know how many people was using those apps not for what it was intended for? You feel me? They thought they could send oods and all this other shit, and nobody would screenshot shit, nobody would save shit, nobody could see. I was like, and that's why so many people got caught up. People got caught up. I do Discord, but I'm very picky about which Discords I'm in, Raider Rich. I haven't done Clubhouse, but I heard about Clubhouse. But I'm not the type to like, I just don't stay in there, if that makes sense. Like, I'll go up in there, I'll say, hey, shit like that, but I'm very careful on what I say and what I do. I used to work for one of the bigger bots on Discord. It's called the RPG Gang. And I learned how to moderate on Discord and do all the things. And I used to be real close to the Discord mods, because when you work for one of the bigger bots, you know what I'm saying? You kind of learn some shit. I used to know all the terms of service and the community guidelines and exactly which number to write down, because when we'd make reports, we'd have to ban somebody or do something, we would have to put in what community guideline they, messed up and all this other stuff. And sometimes we'd have to contact Discord mods directly and make tickets and show proof. Because here's the thing, a lot of people don't know this. If you catch somebody on Discord and you're a moderator for a server and they're under a specific age, you have to report their account. You have to. And especially if it's a public server, you have to be like really hardcore about rules and shit. You can't have nobody coming in with like naked pictures and a lot of other things. Like, I could tell y'all some of the rules. I've had to, time people out so they change their profile picture or their name because it was against community guidelines. What up, Miss W? Hey, DC Kool-Aid, Miss Lisa. How y'all doing this morning? Hope y'all having a good morning, drinking your coffee and waking the fuck up. Man, I was just thinking about like when we first all started like on the internet. Man, I remember that dial tone when you had dial-up internet. And if somebody picked up the phone, you'd be right in the middle of doing something and it would kick your ass off. It would kick your ass off the damn internet. I remember when they used to have those little CDs. See, us ghetto folks, us folks that didn't have a lot of money, they used to give out, AOL used to send out these little CDs where you'd get like free internet for a week or trials or whatever. And we used to use those little fucking CDs for the free trial shit. Man, I used to do that shit. I remember Jailbroke. What up, hood lady? I remember when we used to have the Jailbroke DirecTV. Now they got the Jailbroke Fire Sticks. But they used to have like the Jailbroke DirecTV boxes and Dish Network boxes. And you get the little card fixed. And back in the day when we used to jank cable from the neighbor, you'd put a splitter in. All you had to do was put a splitter on the cable box up on the pole. and run that shit to your house, and you had free cable. And you could do the same thing with the fucking phones. Man, we used to have free phone, free cable. Man, there was this one time we moved into a house. We didn't even know. And we had free cable already hooked up in that house. My dad sees like the cable in, and he's like, shit, I'm going to hook it up and just see. He turned that shit on, and the cable was still on. I was like, hell yeah. I don't still have my AOL address. And in fact, I lost one of I lost both of my Yahoo accounts. Go try to log into Yahoo if you ain't logged into your Yahoo account in a minute. That shit locked up bigger than hell. Both of my accounts I lost that I had for years, which I'm still upset about. It's still around. You was around back then. Oh shit. Hey, CFM Queen. Hey, beautiful. Yeah, you just drop the cable man $50 and he'd go up there, climb the pole, and hook your shit up for free, man. Yeah, we actually had a dude that would do that too. And the phone guy was in on it too. Believe it or not. They'd go up on the pole and put you in a thing too if you slip a little money. Man, back in the day, you used to jailbreak everything. Nowadays, that's a little bit harder to do. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when these streaming things first come out, when Netflix and all that, and everybody would share, like one person would buy it, and everybody would have the password and the email. And so you'd have 15 people watching the same damn account. Now they're cracking down on that. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Mr. Scott. Oh yeah, we got everything, the hood lady. We got everything, man. And back when the DirecTV boxes, when you could fix those in the dish networks, you got all, until they zapped your card, and then you just had it redone again. You got all the pay-per-views, all the dirty channel, everything. Everything was unlocked. I think it still does, Brady Rich, and I think people still got it. I just don't even remember my login information. I couldn't tell you to this day because it's been so long. Because I switched from AOL to Yahoo, and I had my Yahoo from the time I was young as fuck. I still remember both of those, but I can't get into the accounts no more because it wants me to verify, and I'm like, shit, I don't have ability to verify because I don't have the old one, the old email that's attached to it to verify it. And I think the verification was my college email, which I don't have access to anymore either. So I'm like, shit, I guess that account's just gone. You know what I mean? Them old chat rooms, and it's kind of funny. I like watching these. Like if a lot of these new kids don't know that TikTok used to be something called Vine back in the day. They didn't even know what Vine was. And MySpace. I had a MySpace, and I can't remember the damn login information. MySpace is actually still up. Like the if you go look, it's still up. But people just don't use it like that. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ty Ty? Good morning. Oh man, them dial-up modems was something else, wasn't it? I remember when people started getting to where you didn't have to. Man, I'm gonna tell you something I used to do. You remember schools, how they'd have those locks on it to where you supposedly couldn't get on the internet unless they wanted to, or all this other shit? I knew a way around that shit. I used to, when I was in school, I used to get around the locks that they had on the computers where you couldn't get on the internet and you had to do whatever was signed in on the computer. I used to get around that shit. It's called Control-Alt-Delete, motherfucker. Go into the taskbar and start your task manually. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, MSN Messenger, man. I forgot about MSN. Now, I've never heard of Mako Space. I've heard of MySpace, but I never heard of Mako Space. But MSN, yeah, I remember MSN Messenger. I ain't messed with that shit in so damn long. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that one. Shit. I remember when we were in school and like we had MS DOS. Do y'all remember the MS DOS games that you had to literally like you had to go to MS DOS and you had to type in the prompts? Like pinball was the shit on MS DOS. Like the pinball games. Oh my god, I love the pinball games on MS DOS. You'd go in there and you'd type in the little prompt and do what it told you to do, and then you'd start up your little game. Yeah, we old school chat heads, huh? Yeah. Old school as shit. Doom for DOS. I remember that, Tata. Had that green screen and shit with the green letters. It was crazy. Go in there, had to put / run such or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can play those on DOS Box now. You can play a lot of those DOS games and different shit for free online. And a lot of the Flash games, you remember when Flash games come out and you had to have a Flash player, so you had to download the Flash player on your PC. Man, a lot of them, you can find them for free online now. Yeah, it's crazy. Man, Atari, I loved Atari, but I'm going to tell you, ain't nothing like the Super Nintendo. Okay, ain't nothing like the Super Nintendo or the original Nintendo playing like Duck Hunter and Mario, and playing like Donkey Kong and all that good shit. And it wasn't nothing like the Super Nintendo. I'm gonna tell you something. And the original Lion King game, believe it or not, to be a Disney game, that bitch was hard as fuck, bruh. You had to time your jumps just perfectly, and there wasn't no save. And Sega Genesis, when you'd be playing like Sonic the Hedgehog, you only had a pause. You didn't have a save. You know what I'm saying? Your ass had a pause. That's all you had. Y'all remember before they came out with all that shit. What up, Christopher W? How you doing? Yeah, original NES base is loaded. And here's the thing, you can actually get some emulators nowadays that have all them games on it. All of them. For like 20, 30 bucks, you can get all of them. You can get the ones from the original PlayStation. You can get the Super NES, the NES games, the Atari games. You can get like all of the Xbox One games, all that shit on a simulator nowadays. And it looks like a little bitty box or a little bitty plug and play thing you put in your TV, and it's got all that shit too. All of it. Do y'all remember though, on some of the games, they had it wasn't a save per se. It was like you had to write down the little code if you wanted to go back to that specific section of the video game. And because it didn't save shit, right? So you had like 8-10 levels, and after you pass every level, sometimes they give you like a 3-digit code, and to start over from that specific level, you had to put in the code. What up, Miss Kimberly Black? How you doing? Oh, the first ever cell phone game was Snake. Everybody was in a classroom playing Snake under the table. And then I remember when we thought we was the shit, learning how to do like different folds on your notes you used to pass in class, made the ones that looked little footballs. People got like almost into origami, folding their notes. It was crazy. I remember the first little racing thing where they had the little, it looked like a little steering wheel and shit. Nowadays, they got whole systems where you sit in there, it looks like a racing chair, and they got like the pedals, the gas pedals, the brake pedal, the shifter, all that shit. But when we was young, you was lucky just to have the little wheel. Do y'all remember those damn Game Boy too? Everybody like Game Boy, and they had that little printer for the Game Boy where you could print the little pictures of your Pokemon or shit. Man, we thought we was the shit with that stuff, didn't we? Wasn't nothing but like a green, like a black and white little photo. It printed. Oh, and the graphic calculators. Y'all remember we used to make it say loose and then we'd make it say boobs? There was one girl, she had 16 boyfriends. She did it with each of them 69 times. What was she? And then it'd say loose on it. It was, there was one girl, she had 16 boyfriends. She did it with each of them 69 times. And I think there was something, I'm trying to remember if there was something else to it, but y'all remember it used to, you turn it upside down and say loose, and then we'd make the cat. And you know the biggest lie our teachers ever told us, you ain't gonna have a calculator in your hand all the time. Bullshit. Yes, I do. There was one girl, she was 16, she had 69 boyfriends, she did it with each of them 3 times. That's what it was. There was one girl, she was 16, she had 69 boyfriends, and she did it with each of them 3 times. That was the thing. And when you did that math problem and turned that shit upside down, it said loose. Oh man, JPEGs. Yeah, we used to go around and say, man, oh, now I'm going to tell you what you don't see anymore. Do you remember when you used to call somebody's phone and they had a ring, like a ringtone as their call in? So you sitting there listening to a song while it's ringing instead of just being that simple ass ring when you call, when you could pay for those things and like you could put your favorite song on there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you'd be like calling somebody just to hear their song, or people would forget to answer the phone because they'd just be hearing their favorite song playing. Or I remember doing this to my damn back in the day to my voicemail when voicemails became a thing. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, man. Oh man, for real? Really? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, but you got my voicemail. You got to call me back later. I pissed off so many people. They thought they was talking to me for a good, minute or so before they realized it was my fucking voicemail. And the pagers, the Blackberries when they come out. Remember when you used to have to use the Keurig keyboards? You'd have to press like 3-4 times. Kids nowadays, we could literally write in code and they wouldn't even know it. What up, Miss Candy Cane? We could literally put 3, 2, 4, 5, something like that, and spell out words. And like, okay, so we could put like 3, 3, 2, 3, and they wouldn't know, or 3 2 times. You get what I'm saying? And they wouldn't know what we talking about, but we would know that it's from texting back in the day. And so you'd look at the numbers on how to text. We could do it. We could talk in code, and the kids nowadays wouldn't understand it. What up, world unknown? Because kids don't use that keyboard anymore. Think about it. Have you ever used the key? I'm gonna tell you, one of my friends, she was the fastest fucking texter that I ever did see. She could text in like 2 seconds. That used to be like like you were badass if you could text real fast with the like the QWERTY, however you say it, QWERTY, I don't know how you say it, keyboard on your phone. And you'd have to press the 3 twice, the 2 once, shit like that. I know somebody that was damn good at that. She could text so fucking fast. That girl was like freaking amazing when it came to that shit. 304s, that's where that came from. Oh man, no, let me say it like this. That was the number of my school bus. I used to laugh at that shit. My school bus number was 304, and I used to laugh so damn hard every time I'd look at the school bus. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, using the numbers to text and you had to do the thing. Man, my friends used to be like, who could type the fastest? I don't like using that keyboard anymore or whatnot. Hold on. I'm just going to tell y'all what hey, Miss Mo. Grand Risings. Grand motherfucking Risings, Miss Mo. My first cell phone was God, what was that? It was a Nokia, but it went through where you had to buy the minutes, but I forgot the name of that damn. It ain't even. I don't even think it's a company anymore. Oh, I'm trying to remember what was that one? I'm trying to remember what it was. Track phones. Y'all remember the track phones? Oh yeah, track phones is still around. That's true. That's true. My bad. My bad. I just remembered. I used to have the track phone. Mm-hmm. And then one of my friends had that one where you did the family plan, but it was free after 10 o'clock. Do y'all remember when they used to have those phones where you couldn't make no phone call during the day, or you could only call the people in your circle? Y'all remember when they had that the circle, and anybody that was in that circle you could call for free, but anybody else it charged you minutes, and so you had to wait to talk to that person after 10 o'clock. That shit was funny. What up, Mr. Noble? What you depressed for? Yeah, Circle 5 shit. You know what I'm talking about, CFM Queen. Man, that was the OG World Unknown was track phone. For real, though. Oh, yeah, now Obama phones are track phones, but I'm talking about back in the day before they had those. Oh, my God, those walkie-talkies on Nextel were cool as shit, Raider Rich. They were the shit. We thought we was the shit back then because you could press a button. You know what I'm saying? We thought we was the shit with those damn walkie talkies on the Nextels. And do y'all remember when they Sony Ericsson was a company? You had that little mini phone. I had that little mini phone. I don't know if y'all remember that little teeny tiny ass mini phone. I had one of those bitches, the little gray one. And then I had the one that did the Sony Ericsson that played the that you had a music and on the front of the thing it had like a where you can play fast forward rewind. I had the Sony Ericsson that slid up and down. Man, I used to love Sony Ericsson as a cell phone brand. You don't even see Sony Ericsson no more. They were the shiznit. And then like Razor 3, I had the Razor 3, the slide up Razor 3. I love that bitch. It was awesome. I was born in the late 80s. I graduated in 2006. But you know what I'm saying? There's one cool thing about it is that Gen X and millennials, we have so much in common. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were just a little bit older than us during that time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me tell you what gets us all in our fifis. Some of the and when I hello moto, when I actually have a Motorola dog. Motorola started coming out with phones again a couple years ago, right? For a while you didn't see Motorola's, right? And then I started seeing them that when they started coming out, when I heard that hello moto, I literally got so much in my fifis, y'all don't even know, man. I was like, oh shit, this like old times. They were indestructible for real, CMF Queen. And I remember when the Nokias, when they came out with, y'all remember the little antenna things where you could put it on your antenna? It had like little you could customize your phone. You could have different color cases for the front of the phone. And like I had a green one, I had a purple one, like I had one that was see-through with little flowers and shit. I got a Motorola right now too, DM show. I was like, oh my God, I want one. When I saw they started coming out with their new phones, I was like, I gotta have one. No, there was a little while there that they did from a certain time. You know what I'm saying? When they started coming back with them is when I got mine. I remember the first day seeing it. I was like, oh my God, I want it. Yeah, you could take that. I'm going to tell you something. You could take them old Nokias. You could run over it with a car, slam it against the wall, throw it on concrete. That bitch ain't breaking. If somebody broke a Nokia phone back in the day, they did something. They did something. Like if you dropped it in water, you can let it dry out for a couple days, take the battery pack out, wipe it off, make sure the points are good on the battery pack, put that shit back together. It just go right back to working. If you broke a Nokia back in the day, you was a bad mamma jamma. And I want to know what all you did to that motherfucker to really fuck it up. We used to have a car phone that looked like a brick, CMF Queen. Remember the car phones that would plug into the cigarette lighter? And it would look like a little backpack or whatnot. Had a case and everything, and you set it on the console or whatever, and it plugged into the cigarette lighter. We used to have one of those car phones. And I call those brick phones, you know, those big ones you put on the side of your head. I call those the Zach Morris phones because that reminds me of Saved by the Bell for some reason every time I think of them. So long, farewell, off wanted to say goodbye, everybody. Yeah, so long. Yeah, I know. I like the Sound of Music. That was a good one. Good reference, Christopher W. What up, CEO, little boss lady? How you doing? I call them the Zach Morris phones, though, because I used to love Saved by the Bell. I used to watch that every morning before I went to school. Every morning before I went to school, I'd watch Saved by the Bell. We're Saved by the Bell. I used to watch that every morning. That, I'd watch the CMT Countdown in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I watched TRL. Man, TRL was way above its time. I remember Eminem being at the top of the TRL countdown for so long. And TRL, Eminem, is why we have mature ratings on music, if y'all want to know the honest truth. Parents tried to boycott Eminem. Grand Theft Auto is the reason we have rated mature video games. Or they started rating video games where it was 17 and older. Grand Theft Auto is the reason. Ask how many kids from that time period when Grand Theft Auto was the shiznit. It still is the shiznit, but you know, when we were younger, how many parents tried to get GTA banned and it didn't work. Us gamers still bought the shit. Our parents still got it for us. But if you go back, it was let's see, I forget what year that was. I'd have to go back and do some math. But Eminem is one of the main reasons that mature got put on music. We started getting ratings for music and video games, and GTA was one of the ones that caused the rating. And if I'm not mistaken, it was GTA Vice City. It was GTA Vice City that parents started bitching about because you could pick up prostitutes and different shit and actually have sex with prostitute in the car. Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna say this: I'm surprised they never said nothing about. I guess some parents didn't pay attention. South Park been around for a long time, and my my mom didn't realize that South Park cussed forever, and they even had the video games and everything. I'm surprised they didn't try to restrict shit back then. No, I'm talking about like restrictions to where like mature audiences only. The MA one come out. Now y'all had restrictions in the 80s. I'm talking about though where it had to have the MA and the explicit. No, it was called explicit when you had to have the explicit put on music. You remember when they had it where it was explicit or non-explicit? That was what Eminem brought about, was the explicit label. And they tried to ban his ass. And then they had to, and video games, when they first come out, they didn't have ratings, if you think about it, for a very long time. GTA is one of the reasons why video games got ratings. And I remember I was in high school when they started making video games that you had to be over 17 or you had to be over 18, blah, blah, blah. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Two Live Crew got banned. Oh, do y'all remember when NWA, they tried to keep them from actually doing concerts or certain songs? Like there were certain songs that they've always tried to do that through the years, if you really think about it. You can go back and remember certain songs that literally either parents tried to get their kids not to listen to, or they tried to ban, outright because it was too dirty. They really did try to get him, though. I was like, he ain't the first one to do it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the first one to do it. That hardcore music been out forever, ever. Yeah, they didn't want them to sing After Popo. And there was a couple of other songs. Yeah, there was quite a bit of bands and different things that they tried to ban way back then. They'd say it was too it was too graphic, it was too violent, it was too this, it was too that, and it was going to lead kids to turning violent and kids doing this and kids doing it. Didn't lead to shit. In fact, it probably brought down violence because especially video games, instead of the kids going out and doing dumb shit, they would just turn on the video game and play. You know what I'm saying? Turn it on, play their little game, do the little thing thizzle. And, go through the game and take out their aggression on the game. My mom walked through one day, I was playing Chronicles of Riddick, and he was cussing like a mofo in that game. That was a damn good Xbox game. It was Xbox exclusive. And my mom walks through and goes, "Did that video game just cuss?" I go, "Yeah." And this ain't even the worst thing they do on video games. You know what I'm saying? And then she walks back through while I'm watching South Park. "Did that cartoon just say what I think it said?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, the D-Ham show. I totally was trying to hit up all my Cali people. I should have tagged everybody in that post, but I shared it to Lemon. Because he was talking about his favorite rappers and all this other shit. I was like, I wonder if he knows who Hopsin is. I've known about Hopsin since he was underground, right? I've supported him since way back when, before he ever blew up. I'm like, he's like a badass Cali rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you my favorite crossover of rock and rap together was Run DMC and Steven Tyler, Aerosmith. Walk this way, talk this way, just give me a kiss. You know, that was pretty cool as fuck too. I love like the progression of things when you sit there and look, and we look at where music has come from. Hey Gamecock Jenny, hey love. And we look at where video games have come from. Like the first computer games were like on this big ass floppy disk. And then we got the smaller ones, but at first it was on them big ass floppy disks that you had to put into the computer. And we had MS DOS games and stuff like that, and Minesweeper and Solitary, and then games started progressing from there, right? And you know, our first systems were there was Atari, and there was I forgot the name of the lesser known one. Oh, and Sega Genesis, the Sega Dreamcast. There was one before it. Was one of the first ones, if I'm not mistaken, to do disc. And there was one before it, and I forgot what the name of it was. Um, and it was crazy back in those days when you had the ones with the CD system. That, you know what I mean? And PlayStation, and then it started going from there. Sega used to be the shit back in the day, and then just Sega just fell off. I'm like, what the hell happened to Sega? You know what I mean? Um, and then PlayStation and Xbox pretty much, you know, cornered the markets. And Nintendo came back with the Switch, but and then Wii. You know what I'm saying? You don't even hear people talk about the Nintendo Wii much anymore. Now they got the Switch. You know what I'm saying? But Nintendo stayed around. It didn't rise in popularity like the Xbox and the PlayStation did. Because to this day, most people, if you ask them what they have, they either have a PC gaming, they have a PlayStation, or Xbox. And I know some folks are, I'm straight PlayStation, only PlayStation. I only ever play PlayStation. And you got some people that I'm Xbox, and I'll always be Xbox, and Xbox is my shit. I'm one of those people who I love all video games. So I'll play PlayStation, I'll play Xbox, I'll play PC. You know what I'm saying? I'll play Switch, I'll play any of it. Shit. What up, Pain Like Bane? How you doing? What up, what up, what up, dog? You have a good 2026 and get off the ground and do your thing, Thizzle. And you're very welcome. And I watch YTC a lot in the morning too before I come live. Damn, Pain Like Bane. But no, yeah. So I used to love I love watching and thinking about where games have came from and where they're headed to. You know what I'm saying? Where they headed to. I love thinking about that. Okay, what was I doing? Y'all done forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was checking on my babe. He's headed to New York right now to help his dad get some stuff and do their last little bit there. Um, Man, Atari was the shiznit, and there was a few systems that were like lesser known around that time, and I cannot for the life of me remember what they were called. And you had people who tried. There was some. I don't know if y'all remember that one game system. I forgot what the name it was, but it had like it was the first one to try to do 3D glass or 3D like headsets and shit. It was some old school shit, but I can't remember the life of it. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. And everything. Now, you know that comes from the periodic table of elements. Oh my God. I remember when they made us memorize the periodic table. That sucked. CMF Queen, you would love. There's certain PC games for fishing and hunting and simulators and stuff that you would probably absolutely adore. And you can play all those arcade games that you used to play back in the day on the PC. I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorite back in the day was Gallagher. I loved playing Gallagher. Boy, I'd be up in that arcade with my little fingers. You know what I'm saying? Man, Gallagher was the shit. And you can play it on PC now for free. Just probably on the if you're using a just a regular laptop, because it don't take much to run that shit no more. Oh man, I remember the floor model color TVs, Candy Cane. We had the Curtis Mathis. You don't even hear of some of those, some of those companies anymore. They're completely defunct. Curtis Mathis. Trying to remember some of the other ones. GE used to actually make TVs. General Electric. People don't know that, which is kind of crazy. Now all General Electric really messes with is like, kitchen appliances. But they used to actually have TVs and shit. Magnavox. Magnavox. Yeah, that's Gallagher. Yeah. You shoot the little bugs, as they coming down, they look like little bugs. But technically I think they were supposed to be alien spaceships or aliens or some shit. But yeah. It's Galaga. Why did I say? And Super Metroid was my shiznit. I loved Super Metroid. And you can play that for free now on freegalaga.com. And you can literally play it instantly for free. But a free man, Frogger, Pong, Asteroids, uh, Ted, Jetpack, Kong, Flappy Bird, Fishy. Let me show y'all. Like, these games are completely free. If y'all want to play them, I'm gonna drop the link in chat. So if y'all ever want to like play RCA shit, yeah, Quascar, man, you don't even see this shit no more. Do y'all remember when they had that? I remember when like the 3D glasses all come out. I remember when, back in the day when you used to go to the drive-in movies. Y'all don't see drive-in movies no more, hardly ever either. Drive-in movie places are hard to find. Like the drive-in, you used to pay like $5 a person. You know what I mean? $5 a person. That's all it was. And then when you go to the movies, I remember back when ushers used to wear the striped shirt with the black pants, and they had the little hat and the white gloves, and they'd come through with their little flashlight. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, that's not the same at movie theaters. Ushers, they don't wear that shit no more hardly. They don't look like the old school way. And you used to get those like plastic things, and if you kept it and you came back to the movie theater, you didn't have to pay like the high prices. You got like cheaper prices for refills and shit. Oh no, I'm gonna say this. I remember when it went up to $5 a car. When it used to be before then, it was cheaper than that. Or it was 50 cents a person or 25 cents a person, something like that. It was real cheap. Real cheap. Because they made most of their money, if you think about it, at the drive-in from the concession stand. They made most of their money at the drive-in movie theater from the concession stand itself. And, all they had to pay for was the concession stand lights and for the movie itself to run, right? So they didn't have all the charges or things that like a walk-in movie theater had. And so you used to have like when drive-in movies started, you had the little speaker you hung in your window or whatnot. But then as drive-in movies actually got further along and technology and all this shit, you had a radio station that you would tune into in your car. Oh shit, yeah. I remember people used to be in the trunk of the cars hiding, and then after they got in, everybody get out of the trunk of the car. Yeah, they used to hide people in the trunk of the car, or they'd have somebody sneak in through the bushes. You know what I'm saying? People would sneak food in just like they do to the regular theaters. You know what I'm saying? But it was easier in the drive-in to sneak your shit in. Do you know how many people walked right into the drive-in movie theaters and never paid for a fucking movie? Just walked right in because they'd walk through the bushes. They'd cut through. They'd go through the fence. You know what I'm saying? Or jump over the fence, hop the fence, either way. And they never paid for a damn movie. The only thing they never paid for was concession stand. And the movie theaters knew about it. The drive-in movie theaters knew about it. You know what I'm saying? They knew. They wasn't stupid. They would get so much money and realize there was way more people there. You get what I'm saying? And they made most of their money from the concession stand. They knew that. You know what I'm saying? They knew where their money was from the concession stand. And they knew there wasn't no way to necessarily keep people out. Because somebody would go along the fence line and cut a little hole in the fence. And they didn't go all the way back there and walk that fence every damn night or every damn day to see. You know what I'm saying? And then they used to have bleachers. That's what some people don't know about even the newer ones. Nowadays, they don't have those. You used to have bleachers at the drive-in movie theater. And some of them where you could sit in the bleachers in the drive-in movie theater. It almost looked like a football field. You know what I'm saying? That's how the drive-in movies was set up back in the day. They'd have like one side with some just some plain metal bleachers. Yeah, you didn't have to sneak your food into the drive-in movies most of the time. They didn't even check the car or nothing. People would come in with a full meal. What you talking about? I know people who would go to KFC or somewhere and get a big-ass bucket of chicken. Be sitting there eating their food while they watching the movie. But in the theaters, you had to sneak that shit in. You had to put it in your little purse. You know that you always know. I'm going to tell you this. I know for a fact that somebody, remember when they used to record the movies at the movie theater and then they'd put them on DVDs and you'd buy them for like $5? I know for a fact somebody was taping a movie I was watching on opening day because you heard me in the background get choked. I mean, I got choked on my fucking popcorn. It was Medea. It was a Medea movie. And you know that part where she turns around, smacks the little girl upside the head? And stop popping that little gum, girl. Okay, so I was watching that part and I just took a big ass pint of popcorn and I got choked on my fucking popcorn. You can hear me coughing and dying. I almost didn't make it, y'all. And that's just on the recording for the janked movie of that. And I got a copy of it. Hey, happy. Hey, get to know. Hey, Mr. G2K. I found you, Miss Nobody. Get it together and bring it back to me. Hey, my beautiful sugar glider. Yeah, literally, in the dubbed version, somebody around here, when they were selling it, you can hear me choking on my popcorn during the movie. I was there, and I literally have a copy and can show you the exact part where I was choking on my fucking popcorn. And I know they were sitting like right in front of me, 2 seats over to the right, and you can hear me choking on my damn popcorn in the damn dub. I was like, damn. Because I bought the dub off of a friend of mine. She used to get all the dubs. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes she'd give them to me for free and shit, but I'd buy them too. She did. She learned the meaning of respect. I fight an old lady. I swear to God, Tyler Perry walked around and followed my mama around for that character. Because my mama would have did some shit like that. Like she would have turned around and smacked the bejesus out of you in the back seat. It's another beautiful day there in Idaho. Yeah, Medea's family reunion. I'm gonna tell you something. Stop popping it. About the time she said stop popping that gum, little girl, and she turned around after the little girl said, I will fight a woman. She started taking her earrings off shit, and the little girl turns around. Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Yeah. When she turned around and smacked the shit out of the little girl, I got choked as fuck on my popcorn. I like those movies. I think they're funny. The Madea movies, they hilarious to me. They funny as shit. I almost passed away, and they got that shit on the dub recorded. I'm like, damn. So you got my almost passed away choking on popcorn? Oh, that's real nice. But I that was the only time I ever watched a movie on opening day. Most of the time, I try to wait like a week or so. So that, you know, the movie theater wouldn't be so full and shit. And, you know, back in the day, they just had those little pop down seats. Now they got these damn recliners up in there. Some of them are heated. Some of them got massages and shit like that. I'm like, well, this is fancy as fuck. Everybody got their own recliner to watch the movies in. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that back in the day. You had the little pop down seats. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They was uncomfortable as fuck. And way back in the day, you didn't have the cushions on them. You had them ones like in the damn schools, them damn wood ones. Oh yeah, I've heard some things about him. I've heard he be on his Diddy shit. Yeah, they fancy as fuck, boy. Now go up in the movie theaters, got them damn nice ass recliners and shit. Man, back in my day, you didn't have them nice ass seats. You know what I'm saying? You had them pop down seats. Oh yeah, CMF Queen. Go look up some of the rumors. It's crazy, child. He on his Diddy shit for real. And I don't know if y'all saw the thing where 50 Cent just called out Tyler. Tyler was talking shit about Diddy, supposedly, and 50 Cent was telling him, well, you got your documentary coming out too, motherfucker. I was like, damn, 50. Damn. Y'all know 50. 50 don't care. 50 petty as fuck. I love that about 50, though. I do. I love the fact people be like hating on him and shit. I'm like, don't be hating. I love the fact that he petty as fuck. He's petty as fuck. Hey, Jaxlyn, good morning. Well, it's really not that expensive down here, Candy Cane, but up in New York, it's fucking outrageous. It's like $20 a fucking ticket nowadays to go to the fucking theaters in fucking New York. It's bullshit. Ask any of my New Yorkers and they'll tell you that shit is fucking outrageous. Down here, it's still like $8 to $10 a person, which I still think is crazy. But like up there, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, 50 Cent don't play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this: he's smart though. He's strategic about it. If you think about it, right? He's not doing it in a stupid way. He's doing it in a smart way. Like 50 waits till it's the time to release something. 50 will hold on to that grudge and that being petty moment until it needs to be let out. And he's doing it in such a way that he can't be sued. They can't fuck with his livelihood. None of that shit. Because 50 Cent's actually built a sizable wealth. You know what I'm saying? By moving into production and all different kind of shit. He took the money from his music career and he reinvested in himself and, you know, made his money and was smart about it, right? If you think about it, 50's a mogul. and he thought about it business wise, and he's doing it in such a way that they can't try to get him for slander or no bullshit, right? He's playing chess, not checkers. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to get that checkmate, even if he has to wait for that checkmate. That's smart. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's right. That's what I was saying. What up, Miss Jill? Good morning. Yeah, I heard it's high as fuck in some places. I'd rather just wait till it comes out on streaming too, Candy Cane, most of the time. It's not that bad down here. Shit, he got popped a lot, quite a bit. He's lucky to be here. And he moved from the gangster world to the business world, and he's using gangster tactics, but in a smart way, not in a dumb way. You get what I'm saying? He's smart about his shit, and that's what you can't. You gotta give him credit on that. He's not doing it in a dumb way, like where a lot of people will play checkers, not chess, and they, pretty much play for the short game. He plays for the long game, and he's smart about his shit. I loved what he said to Diddy. He said, everybody tell me how it was petty or this or that for me to do the Diddy documentary, but I gave his kids a damn job. I was like, damn. That's true. That's true, Tata. And that's something that you don't see. That common sense ain't so common no more for a lot of people. And street smarts is not so common. See, I think in order, intelligence to me is not just based on book learning, right? To me, book learning you don't have to be like the best at math to be intelligent. You don't have to be the best at this or that or the other thing. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to read a book and apply the logic and the things that you need from it, right? The things that you need from learning it. I think, though, common sense and street smarts are more prevalent, survival skills, things like that. To me, you're higher intelligence if you know those things, because you got to be kind of well-rounded, if that makes sense. I've known some of the smartest, stupidest motherfuckers in my life. You know what I'm saying? Or people who think they about that life and know some shit and don't know shit. Don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They act like they're intelligent, but they're really dumb as fuck. Y'all know who I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen those people. That's true. Dr. J ain't no joke. He built a new Compton High. Google it. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you this, another one that everybody is sleeping on. They always try to sleep on him. What's his name? He's an old school rapper, but he owns a music label now. And he actually doesn't like do his people in 360 deals and stupid deals anymore. Like he actually let Snoop wanted to walk away and start what was it? He took over the thing that Eazy-E had, right? And he let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good businessman. What is his name? Why am I not thinking of his name? It's fucking badass when it comes to business because, I forgot his damn name, though. I don't know why I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. Facts, get to know. What is his name? Why am I not thinking of his name? Oh God, I hate when that somebody's up in your mind and you cannot think of their damn name for some odd reason. I cannot think of what his name is right off the top of my head right now, and I hate when that happens to me. Oh, yeah, it's a brain fart from hell. It started from the bottom, now here. It'll come to me in a minute. It really will. He held Snoop's contract at one time. Maybe if I look up Snoop, I'll be able to find out who he was signed to, and it'll come back to me. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think that's one of the smart things to do, would be to look up Snoop and see who he was signed to. Let me look that up. No, I ain't thinking about Method. I ain't thinking about Method. Master P. Thank you, Creole. Master P. Thank you. Shit, she got me. Thank you. Master P. Master P. A lot of people be sleeping on him. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That man knew what the hell he was doing. When he started his record company and shit. He founded No Limit Records. Yeah. He was smart about his shit too. Yeah, Death Row is what ended up Snoop took over. But Master P actually held his contract, and technically he had Snoop under contract, but he let him go. To let him go, you know, redo Death Row Records and shit, and do not Death Row, because Death Row was Suge Knight. Hold on, what was the name? Let's see. Or was it Death Row? I forgot now, all these damn years. Y'all know how long it's been. I think it is Death Row, though. I think it is. Yeah, released by Death Row. Yeah, it is Death Row that he took over. Anyway, so he ended up taking that over, but Master P is the one that held his contract and could have kept him in the contract, but he let him go as a business deal. Yeah. Yep, Master P helped him get away from Death Row. Master P helped out so many others. He didn't do the 360 deals. He actually did like legitimate deals. You know what I'm saying? And he actually uplifted his artist instead of like, it's all about the money. Yeah, he made his money, but his artists were also very happy. And like, he has a good name for himself because of that, because of good business practice. You know what I'm saying? Good business practice is why. Yeah, he started his company with $10,000, and I'm gonna tell you something. His good business practice is what's uplifted him. Because if you look into the story of it, he had really good business practice. That's the thing about it. It's not just the fact that he was a rapper or he this or he that. No, he was actually for the artist. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of artists that was done dirty as fuck back in the day. They were done dirty as shit, y'all. They really were. Well, I'm gonna say this: when you release it, let me know, girl, because I'm gonna be listening and bumping the shit out of my sister Creole Liberal Butterfly shit. Oh, and I sent you the new intro. If you have anything you want to change on or anything like that, just let me know. If you don't like it, you want it redone, just let me know. I don't know. I was just playing around with different like things, trying to make shit come together and everything. And I tried a different way of doing it, so it's a little different or whatnot. But just let me know. I sent it to you in email. I don't know if you got it or not. one thing you got to give Snoop is that regardless of whatnot, he made it through all that shit. You know what I mean? Well, I'm fixing to actually get off here in a minute. And I got to go do some shit. My son's got, the only reason I didn't drop the link today, my son's got to have a dentist appointment. He's got to go to the, not regular dentist, the braces for his teeth, orthodontist or whatnot. Yeah, I got to go do that. That's going to be so much fun. But so basically, yeah, I got to deal with that today. Y'all going to need to pray for me. Snoop can eat at fat, huh? Oh, a Fat D? Oh, what did he do? I will say anybody who gets up out that street life, I'm proud of them because usually the street life ends up in one or two ways: death or jail. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, not Snoop Dogg. Oh no. But I'm just gonna get off here, y'all. I just want to tell y'all I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I will see y'all out on the streets. Thank everybody. I love all y'all. And remember to wash your ass, wash your face, preferably not with the same rag. We don't need you to walk around here with ass face. Please make sure you brush your teeth, floss if preferable. We don't need you to walk around here with halitosis breath. Please make sure you use some Deo for the BO and some soap and water, people. Don't be walking around here stinking the whole joint up. We don't want to smell your ass. Don't be walking around here with dingleberries in your drawers or shit stains. All right. I love y'all. Huggies. Bye. Love y'all.
I'm from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction. This was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding. Come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still. Crystalline swinging down 1800, watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Outer Street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments and OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony Hughes and P.
I'm from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my